Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is the National Football League. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The Titans kicker Stephen Gostkowski ready to do the honors, and we are underway in Nashville. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return.
The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker...
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes not anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job for Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
What was that, Rob?
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Jonnu Smith. Incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own
2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
1st down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield looking left sideline, incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Derrick Henry.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Out to the right to Humphries. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. But now it'll be third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. The touchdown pass, Mayfield to Landry. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Our game here featuring the top 2 running backs in the NFL last year in terms of yardage. And Derrick Henry on the carry there. He was the NFL leader at 1,540. But if you remember Nick Chubb, he thought he was going to win the title on the final day, but wound up settling for 2nd, just 46 yards behind Henry. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Will Compton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good turn. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've shown precious. A carry here for the big tight end. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 40-yard line.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. No delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Browns. That's the end of the first.
After
quarter.
1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
30-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8.
Mayfield's pass.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run with Chubb. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Completion number 80.
Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Forced out to his left. He's good. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds.
This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Results.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
on the return. The Browns.
Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. And we see his collection of highlights. He's always so tough to cover.
He really is, and there are plenty of reasons why. Runs great routes, has an understanding of what defenses want to do against him, and really has a great determination to go up and get the football. He decides it's his and no one else's.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown.
This into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Ball carrier.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass. Incomplete. Intended for Austin Hooper.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
The Titans take over 1st and
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
6-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and that'll be incomplete. Tannehill took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive 1st half to get that lead. Now here's Stephen Gostkowski for the Tennessee field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Stephen Gostkowski.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Yeah, the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Will Compton able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins there to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Khalif Raymond now. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Tannehill on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Defense. Man, this is ridiculous, man.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Tannehill now to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Tannehill throwing complete there to Humphries. 7 yards to pick up there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And yet again, it's Humphries. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Titans 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 20.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. A first down throw from Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
At the 34-yard line.
final play of the half. Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Nick Chubb string together a solid first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was brought down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing right, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out, and the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Let's go. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Titans were able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Over 13 yards.
But that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Corey Davis. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On first down, Tannehill looking middle, and it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Throwing again is Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 2 brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there's that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side. And now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He's got to be careful with this game where it is, Charles, throwing those out patterns, right?
You're exactly right, because this is why we always hear teams say, late in the game, you're
and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run. Chubb. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 38, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
Titans 21.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Boy, he quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got room. Pushing his way inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Chubb. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Not much there, only a yard.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, And they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 35-yard attempt.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Out of the gun, he'll throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Tannehill throwing again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now Tannehill. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Now it's Tannehill. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Over the middle to Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He finds Humphreys. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
At the 34-yard line.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Now he's flushed out left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville.